Up this program for a special news bulletin.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us here for a little special edition of That Fuzzing Rock Show. We are going to do an interview with three ladies. They call themselves BattleAXXX, and it's going to be an interesting time. They're awesome people, and let's bring them in and talk to them right now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Megan, Martha, and Brooke from BattleAXXX.
Hi.
Hi.
Good evening. It'll be evening when we air this, so good evening.
Yeah.
It's good to see you.
Thanks for having us, Buzz.
No, I definitely appreciate you guys coming on. You guys got a lot of awesome shows coming up. The 13th of January, Empire Live with Black Sabbath. That's going to be one hell of a show.
Yeah.
Madison Theater on the 24th. The 14th of February, Desperate Annie's. That's a super duck show. And the 17th at the Troy Speakeasy with Star Juice.
Yeah,
That's
So
right.
you guys got a busy couple weeks coming up here, a month there.
busy winter, and luckily it looks like we're going to be the only fun thing to do anywhere.
Yeah, it's getting pretty crazy out there. How have you guys gotten through this? Have you guys gotten sick? Anybody that you know got sick or?
Oh yeah,
Martha and I.
it hit us all. It hit my household. Yeah,
Yeah,
You guys had it then.
they did. They did.
we had
swapped
it.
it.
my
Meg's
children.
Meg's
did.
kids had it.
Yeah.
and so she was
Oh.
gone, and then Brooke and I got it. We think we gave it to each other,
All that making out.
somehow from a cursed Polly's show.
It was a good time.
It was a great
Wow.
time.
It was yes. Sorry.
But from the beginning of the Panda, we made the decision. You know, we were a relatively new band in our formation, so we made the decision to pod up. We decided we can't not do this project. We have to keep going. So we recorded our first record, and haven't promoted that record as much as we'd like. So it's good that, thanks so much for having us on here. And, the reception's been great at our live shows.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, so COVID wise, pandemic wise, we huddled up and waited for the outdoor season to come and played some outdoor shows, and then, we've sort of been rolling with hope and cancellation and hope and cancellation, just
Yeah.
like everybody.
But
Yeah.
we've been using it as a time to get stuff done.
That's
You know,
great. That's awesome.
Promote ourselves, and we're ready to lay down our second album. So we're just getting stuff done.
Nice. So let's talk a little bit about the band. When did you guys first get together as BattleAXXX?
Was it 2019?
it's 2019, I think, in late summer or
Well, listen, by the time, here's how I know it was before summer, is because when I went on vacation to Cape Cod that summer, and we were on the bike trail, and my daughter was 6 or 7, depending upon what it was. She was probably 6, and she was pedaling as hard as she possibly could, and she screamed BattleAXXX in order to power up her ferocious pedaling. So it was definitely before we went on vacation. So it was I think it was maybe even early summer.
early summer, yeah.
So-
2019, yeah.
Yeah. So this is are we entering our 3rd year of bandhood then?
We are.
Because our first show wasn't till, was it December? No,
It was,
when our first
right
show?
before, it was November 1st of 2019, I think.
Oh, that's right. And then we had our super dark show in February, and then it was pandemic.
We had
Yeah.
the December show with Pony and the Pancake, their holiday show. Then the Super Dark show. And then Dunzo.
Shut down, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, is this the original lineup though?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I wish we had. There was 6 other chicks in the band. We had a harpist, but she was really cracked out. Nope,
No,
just us.
were you guys in any other bands besides this? Did you guys have any side projects with this band or?
We all
Yeah.
do.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
all
we
have
all-
a side project.
So you start.
I'm in Swamp Baby, which is like a folk electronic. I think the genre's chamber pop. I play a little bass in that outfit, but also violin and mandolin sometimes.
And you do your past roster too?
Oh, and then previously, in the early aughts of the Capital District, was in an alt country band called Not Working with a K. And that's when I first met all of these ladies in the scene.
Yep.
My side project is with Steve Gaylord. He's like a super famous local guy.
I worship in the Church of Steve Gaylord.
Yeah.
He's the man behind Beef and
The champagne of
Wasted.
bands.
Yeah. So I play with him in Gay Tasty, Ex Machina, as he likes to say. But my first go at being a drummer was with Brent Gorton, another local famous gentleman, and did some other things. Worked with Drew Benton and Haunted Cat, and I was in this really sick band called Nebulizer and Hail the Mist, but we were really short-lived, but we're not gone. We're going to come back one day.
Nice.
Yep, my little side hustle is I have a family folk band with a bunch of folks from my Pine Hills neighborhood.
Mhm.
And we play Neil Young covers and Merle Haggard and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And that's great. It's super fun. And I get to play acoustic guitar and banjo for that, so that's really different part of the brain, different part of the hands. And then previously, my prior alter ego was Princess Mabel, and Princess Mabel has like 4 records from the early aughts when we were all being stupid around Lark Street together. But we didn't really all overlap. I did some shows with Meg. Brooke, I didn't run into really much at all. It's taken us all a little while to small bunny our way into each other's worlds.
And I just really wanted to rock. Like I have just 4 decades of repressed rock in me.
So much folk, so much violin.
I needed to just let it out. And
So you're ready to go then. You're ready to go. All right, I got you. That's a good thing though. That's a great thing actually.
Yeah, I think we've all done our share of incubation with folk rock.
Well, I guess Steve's like punk folk.
Punk, yeah.
Other than that,
Brooke's the most rockin', of course, as a drummer should
be. Yeah.
So I know I hate doing this, but just for some of the folks out there, and you're going to hate me for asking this, but how would you guys classify your music? Like, would you put it into a genre? Do you have one that's all your own?
Yeah, sasscore.
Yeah, clitter rock.
Clitter rock.
Oh, I like it.
Yeah, you're
Clitter
welcome.
rock and
You're
sasscore.
welcome.
On that note, we are going to play one of your songs. It's called Top Shelf Naughty.
Ooh.
I was listening to your stuff you guys sent me the other day. Awesome stuff. So that was one of the ones that really stuck out to me. So we're going to play that, and then we'll be right back with BattleAXXX. Check this out.
Ooh. Great.
Woo!
I want some top shelf naughty. Give me what's good. I want that full fat cream and the shiny, shiny wood. Dress it up and velvet, baby, polish it nice. Not naughty, naughty ladies like it. Whiskey and spice. Woo! Top shelf naughty. Ooh.
Top Shelf Naughty from Battle Axe we just heard from, and we're going to continue on with the questions as long as you guys are okay with me bugging you some more.
Happy
Yeah.
to be mugged, Buzz.
You had mentioned banjo,
Oh yeah.
which is a dying art form, I think, in and of itself. But what other instruments do you? I'm going to ask all three of you separately. What other instruments do you play besides guitar and banjo?
So maybe I should clarify that I don't really play banjo. I can play chords on the banjo, and but I'm not like some claw hammer perfect technique kind of person at all. I can pull off chords for a folk band.
Okay.
And it's still really super fun. I even tune it. What is it? It's called like Cincinnati tuning or something. So it has the same tuning as a guitar because I can barely make room in my head. I think I could maybe play a little piano if I really gave myself a couple months.
She can do anything.
But I think guitar. I feel like, yeah, I play guitar.
She plays guitar. Real good.
Yeah.
I play guitar.
Yeah.
Well, you got to start cutting stuff out because at
Yeah,
some point in
true.
your life, this is a joke I make a lot, but it's like I already got like 6 things I'm doing half-assed. I can't start adding things. It's like what do I drum now? It's fine. Let's just keep it on. You don't need to make soap. You don't need to
Right.
speak Portuguese. You don't need to make bread. You need to play guitar.
Yes.
Like
What we should do? We should partner up and we should make soap together.
Right.
Oh.
Right. No, thank you. We'll make
If
that.
you do your half-ass part and I do my half-ass part, it's a full ass.
yeah,
Right?
that could
I mean,
work.
it kind of makes sense. I'm sorry, I got off topic there.
No,
It's all good.
No, it's good. And so, what else have you got? Heidi?
I played bass guitar for a little while. I tried playing guitar, but I couldn't get my wrist to do that wrap around. What'd you call it? The claw, the hammer claw.
but for banjo, it's the other hand.
I just couldn't do it. And then I picked up the bass and I was like, yeah, this is pretty easy. So I played with a friend of mine, Chris Blackwell, in his band. His music's really great. That's maybe my folk. He's folky.
Yeah.
He's like a
Americana.
He's Americana. And that was fun. I did it and played some shows, but just like Martha said, I can't, how will I keep the bathroom clean if I do too many things? So,
Right.
Yeah, stuck with the drums. Here to stay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. and
Meg's the most
so-
exciting.
Oh, well, I started on violin as a kid and kept with it into adulthood, kind of changing genres, inventing new ones. Picked up the mandolin about, almost 15 years ago, but have really put that down, to focus on the bass more. It just kind of was this inner burning of the universe was like, you need to play the bass. So I heeded the call.
Yeah.
And I really did want to start a band because I'm the kind of musician that needs accountability. I need to I need to show up for people, so I'd better practice.
Mm-hmm.
So I was so stoked when these two were like, yeah, we want to start a band too.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to work at it a little bit because it's like launching from folky strumster kind of cafe rock into trying to do leads and stuff was a reach for me as a grown up. So I feel like I had to learn, and I got a lot of super useful guidance from Graham Tishy, who chit-chatted with me for half hour a week on the internet, which has been super mind expanding. So thanks, Graham.
Shout out to Graham.
Graham.
Yep, shout out to Graham. Although maybe he'll listen to me play solos and disavow.
I don't think so.
No.
I'll try to make him proud though.
I think he'll be pleased. I think he'll be very pleased. So let's talk about the album Adequate. How did that well, first of all, where was that recorded? Where did you guys record the album?
The basement. My house, my basement. So I'm married to Frank Moskowitz, found dude guy, and he basically rolled tape on every practice we had and we just picked the ones we thought were the most raucous, and didn't worry too much about perfect. We threw some little bits and bobs over stuff. Some of what I like to call them vanity vocals. You know, when you want your vocals to
Sure.
maybe the tune is good, but you want to shine it up a little bit. And that's how that got done. It didn't
That
need.
was that. Honestly, that was recorded in the basement.
Yeah.
And they're all live takes. So
Yeah.
each recording is just,
Wow.
it's not like we did 10 takes and like hoped for the best. We just, they're all magic. It's
And
all
top,
in the moment.
Yeah, and Top Shelf Melody, which you guys just heard, was
Oh, yeah.
actually like the vocal take is Martha's first time Brooke and I ever heard it. So
Yeah.
I'm impressed. It sounds great for. I mean, I don't want to say for being in a basement, but it sounds great.
We'll
Yeah.
tell Frank.
Yeah. And his
Yes.
whole
Shout
thing
out to
is,
Frank
like,
now too.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's our secret weapon, and so many local musicians' secret weapons too. But absolutely, like his philosophy has been to set us up and to always record, so we don't get that nervous factor. Because sometimes if you're like not used to recording, it can just really throw you off by like, oh man,
Right.
we're in the studio, we're paying for this, we gotta really nail it. It's a lot of pressure. So we kind of took that element away and are just super cozy and comfy down in the basement.
And we just, the chemistry we have, Martha does most of our songwriting and Meg does a lot of it. And we get together and Meg or Martha will just be like, what about this? And we just birth a song. I mean, sometimes we birth like 3 at a time. And when we have them recorded, that's when we can go back and go, wow, we just did that. We just made that song. And then we kind of learn what we did based on the fact like that we have it
That's true,
recorded.
yep.
So listening to our songs, I think primarily me, I like go back and listen to our recordings every week. And it's kind of a way to practice too, when you just kind of hear yourself play it. And that's what we do. We just record and the magic happens.
Yeah, which is quite a luxury.
So your writing process, how exactly does that go? How do you guys?
A lot of times, like I try to always like jot down the little ditties I have going out throughout my day, and then I'll bring them to Martha. I might have like 1 or 2 lines and like a melody, and then she'll just make a song out of it.
It's just life. I mean, as you know, kind of silly as some of our lyrics are, like the song Aqua Aerobics. I mean, they're all true stories about our lives or one of our lives, and things that we're doing in our life. And I think that's kind of what makes it hilarious and also brilliant is that it's just, you know, we're just 3 ladies talking about what happens in our day.
What happened today?
And it's worth a song.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
I don't have the whole thing memorized, obviously, but I usually, and I'm gonna let a little secret out here. I probably shouldn't, but when somebody sends me something that I have to kind of screen for the show, and you know, I usually like the first verse maybe, and then move to the second song and the third song. I put this album on and just let it go.
Yay!
And it was interesting. It was interesting because it's different.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that in a bad way at all. I mean, it's different in a great way. So it was like it really held my attention. I'm just kind of like, all right, you know, I could do. So I messed around my stuff, and next thing you know, I'm like, all right, I got my songs. I know which ones.
Someone's here to say hello.
Hi, buddy.
That's Lulu.
Oh, that's a girl. Oh, hi, Lulu.
You say hi?
No, she's like,
Don't just pet me, please.
Yeah.
So now, are you guys currently writing another album now, or?
It's all written. We've got the tunes for sure are in the bank. We've been spent a little. I don't know how we got so busy because we've been meaning to finish it for a while now. But it's ripe, ready, gonna be. We just have to organize it, polish it, and launch it. But the material is done.
I think what happens is we love performing so much, and whenever we have a show coming up, we really think about like who's the audience for the show, and is there some special holiday or event or something. We really like to curate our set lists for the event, so we take each show like really seriously, and we always try to do something new, whether it's like having a smoking cauldron on stage, or we finally covered our first song. We don't do a lot of covers, but we did.
Oh my God.
Perfected an AC/DC song, and
Like we could have recorded the album in the amount of time we
Yeah.
spent
Yeah.
trying to nail that song down.
yeah.
But
So,
we're
like,
better players.
yeah.
for
Yeah.
it. Like,
We did.
definitely.
If you like AC/DC, do you know "Let There Be Rock"?
Of course.
Yeah, of course. So it's super long. There's like a minute and a half guitar solos. It's breaknecks, and
We did calisthenic practices.
Yeah.
Like we just practice like,
just for
in our
speed.
sports bras, just sweating, just trying to get faster.
But we did it.
We did it.
And definitely, it's always good, like as a player, to like, I think we all fall into like your habits, kind of like if you're creating parts and stuff. I know I certainly do. So I've been finding like we had like a list of covers that we eventually want to get to, and knocking those down are just great to help your musicianship and get out of ruts and learning different parts and stuff.
Always.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but I'm still stuck on sports bras. Give me a second.
We are
We are
each other's sports bras. Yeah, that's the
Me
love
too.
to each
Go
other.
figure. Just so you guys know, my smoking cauldron's in the shop. I just put it in the
yeah.
shop.
Oh yeah, well, too bad you didn't have it in time.
I'm sorry. I thought we had something in common, but unfortunately, it's not here. So we're gonna play another song off of the album. It's called Eyes. This was another one that stuck out to me.
This is
And,
one of the ones where Meg had the ditty in her head, and I did the music.
That was one of those ones that just kind of like
Collaboration, yeah.
And it's
Just
based
what?
off of like their lives. I mean, it was
Hannah.
I was
Was it
actually
Hannah
no,
or
I
was it
think it was
Em?
Emily. I was playing that board game Clue with her, and you have to hide the suspect, the weapon in the room, in the little file folder, so you don't see it. And so we were like, "Don't look at it, don't." I'm like, "Okay, I'm closing my eyes." And but really, I love how it's like if there's not a lot of lyrics to that song, but it's so you can really get out of it what you want because it's so open to interpretation.
Sure.
But it's really just from playing Clue with my daughter.
just a little girl closing her eyes.
So we're gonna play Eyes right now. I'm gonna run off real quick. Fuzz is gonna go to the conservatory with the candlestick, and we'll be right back after that. Check this out.
Great.
Okay.
I can see you. Looking right at ya. Aw. Come on. What's up, baby? Oh, I am closing my eyes now.
right, we're back. We just heard Eyes from the band BattleAXXX. These lovely ladies that are with me right now. And so I have this question is kind of this question always interests me because the answers I usually get are kind of surprising to me. Like I listen to the music and I'm like, okay, I can kind of hear some of the influences in there, but like what are some of you guys' major musical influences?
Oh no, the influences. We rolled this around a lot actually, because there's sort of a responsible version where you cite people who aren't necessarily influential to you personally, but have certainly paved the way for whatever it is that you're able to do, and they don't always line up. Like I think that the things that influence me, like I grew up listening to the radio in the car. You know, like I love AC/DC. I love, we had the White Album and Bridge Over Troubled Water on tape in my mom's station wagon. And that stuff is like absolutely integral to how I think about songs and songwriting and on all that stuff. And we have, Meg was joking earlier. She's like, me and 20 million other people kind of like Led Zeppelin. Like there's certainly like pretty standard rock and roll influence. And then of course there's some outliers from our own personal preferences. Like, man, I absolutely love PJ Harvey. I just worship her. And I love Martha Wainwright. To worship her. I have only sort of cursory knowledge, cursory sort of like top 40 hits knowledge of like Nina Simone, but she just crushes me every time. And you know, I went through a requisite college Joni phase, but then you know, I loved, God, who else did I love? Soul Coughing. Soul Coughing.
Deep
Can
confession.
you delete that? Please?
Is that embarrassing? Should I be embarrassed about
No,
it?
not at all.
No, I think of like I like to think of BattleAXXX as taking kind of the best of like psychedelic rock and like 90s angsty rock, and then putting like a new spin on it with like our sasscore kind of stuff. And
Yeah, we can't escape the 90s. That's
we can't.
for sure.
We definitely can't escape.
We all
the
came of
90s
age in the
now.
90s.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bad place to be, honestly.
I mean, we're like, I don't know. We're just a couple of one Eddie Vedder short of a full flannel hand. I mean,
I was a little deeper, big Dinosaur Jr. fan. You know, I like that kind of stuff. But I think, you know, it's a heavy question to ask three women because this is an industry with lots of men. But then it's so cliched, like, oh, we're a bunch of women, and who, you know, we wanted to break through, you know, this whole scene. But it really still does stand true for us. And I think I've always loved music, and I would go to concerts at a young age, and I wanted to be part of it. I think that was my big inspiration. Like, I didn't want to stand by and watch. I wanted to be it. So I was determined to be it. So I did it.
Yeah. And my big like be it influences were Jethro Tull and Velvet Underground.
Well, oh yeah, that's right. Cool it down. Meg loves that song.
Love it.
It's a good
But
song.
yeah, but more like contemporary stuff. Like I've been trying to really like research like, you know, other, I mean, we're so excited to play with Black Sabbath. I mean, it's just like, it's just mind blowing to share a bill with those ladies and other bands like Bad Cop and the Anti Queens from Canada and Amel.
We're not on their
Australia.
bills yet, but we're excited for one day
manifesting.
because there are a lot of women out there who are playing. So
We're rocking out.
we want to
join forces.
we want to drink tea with them.
Yeah, and who are also just like so way stupid far ahead of us.
Yeah.
Like I know it's so scandalous to say this, but like I love WAP.
Oh yeah.
I love it. I feel
So
like
now, you had mentioned something about before about being a woman in the men's club, so to speak. Have you guys ever had issues with that?
we've got a whole song called "Not Sleeping with the Band."
I mean, just our last. Was it our last gig or the one before last? Where like the bartender just couldn't get it through his head that like I was a musician that night, and I was
Right.
asking if there were any beers, if there were any drinks for the band, and he just like wasn't picking up what I was laying down, and he kept asking me for like the cover charge. So you just gotta walk away in those instances. But
Yeah, and that's just normal. Like you
yeah,
just
that's
expect
baseline.
that to happen.
Baseline.
That like
Yeah.
you're gonna come at like you're assumed to like be the hot roadie of whatever male companion you're with.
Another thing that's really tough too, and I've been playing drums now for 16 years, I guess, something like that, 17 years. Not a lot of people come up and talk to us after. And if you're watching this and you come see us, please come and talk to us. Like, people won't even look in our direction, and I'm not exactly sure what that's about. I mean, I could kind of theorize what it may be, but you know, we play a show and then we're just sitting at the bar or packing up our gear, or you know, like we have got
also signing records.
right. Okay, so we do have some really great bands, and
Yes.
maybe I'm talking about some
I
more
know
of
what
my
you mean.
past experiences,
Yeah.
but it's just, or maybe it's that whole fantasy or that whole idea that's been created about what it's like to be a musician. But I would really like for that to change. I'd like for people to come and talk to us and you know, tell us what they think about our music and ask us questions, and you know, swoon over us would be fun. That'd be good.
Yeah.
I'm swooning now.
Yay.
I'm swooning now. I can't help it. You guys had mentioned having tea with some of the ladies. I'll have tea with you guys all day long.
Yay.
Absolutely.
But we've been happy with the
Yeah,
reception.
yeah.
With
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
and sort of surprised. It's kind of like it's fun to be in a band that I was in an AC/DC cover band a while ago, and it was like such a revelation to play fun music after strumming my sad feelings on my guitar for so long.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, just booze up and riot, and then finally having this platform, this venue with the three of us who are making our own version of Booze Up and Riot instead of just inhabiting somebody else's. Was
Yeah.
really, it's so great. It's super fun.
Does that whole thing where, like you said, the bartender being an asshole like that, does that push you guys harder? Does that give you guys a little more oomph on stage? Like, I'll show him, and you know.
I don't know. It depends on the day, right? You could be like,
Yeah.
I mean, you guys seem to have the attitude like you just do your thing and
But
Oh, yeah.
I think for the average woman, sadly, like I could have been getting my oil changed that day and had a talking to about like oil.
Yeah.
And, you know, so this might have been the fourth time that day that someone was trying to explain something to me that they thought I didn't understand. So you just kind of, I've never punched anyone in the face for it, but I probably should start.
You just pound the drums.
right.
well, I got your back if you want to start. That's awesome.
Nice.
So,
I was ready to throw down.
so when you guys aren't playing music, what is your favorite pastime? What do you guys do to
Oh, we knit.
kill the time?
No, we don't knit. We don't.
Besides drink tea, you know.
We do like tea.
I crochet a little.
No, you don't crochet.
She
No.
makes plastic bags out of plastic bags.
Well, these two are wives and mothers, so they're very busy being
Caretakers.
such amazing, strong women. The three of us work. I'm a public school teacher, so you know I'm very busy doing that. And with the pandemic, it definitely has been. There's another layer to that.
I like to take long walks.
Yes, I have a
Yeah.
dog and a cat. I'm pretty obsessed with. So I spend a lot of time with them.
I teach some yoga.
Yeah, she's a wellness, like, you need to be well. You go to her.
Mm.
Yeah, sort of.
Namaste and all that other stuff.
all that.
stuff.
All
Yeah,
that shit. I love soda pop though, so
Yeah.
it's not perfect.
Seen her scarf some candy worms and
Oh man, she loves
Coca-Cola.
Stewart's brand gummy worms. It's
Yeah.
disgusting.
Stewart's though.
Mm.
Really?
Stewart, yeah.
We don't need to shame your
No,
preferences.
you're wonderful.
Yeah.
I do. I like to have, but I can't have a beer before we play, so I like to have some soda pop, and
Or some cinnamon toast crunch.
Yeah, cinnamon toast crunch.
Yeah, but Stewart's gummy worms though, you don't even go for like a trolley or something.
I feel like maybe that was just one time.
We won't shun you forever. Don't worry about it.
It's a journey.
So we have reached the point in the show what I call shameless plug time.
Okay.
Each of you guys, I'll give you the opportunity to shout out whoever you want, thank whoever you want, plug whatever you want, tell whoever you want to fuck off. You can do whatever you want. I figured you like that.
I want to thank Last and Found in Albany. They're an awesome venue. The food is killer.
Thanks,
If you
Bobby.
want delicious food, the staff are amazing. Outdoor, indoor space. Super supportive. Love Lost and Found.
Yes.
Thanks to all the folks there.
Times a million. That is a great.
And I guess I didn't even think of venues, but the Madison Theater, Chris Kiesling, he has always been super supportive of us. He put our record in a T-shirt and framed next to a Jack Nicholson movie poster in the theater. It just really, he's been super sweet. And he was the first person who's ever paid us. And I mean us, because back in our other bands, if we got a free beer, it'd be like, woo, we got a free beer.
Right? Yeah. So you start going.
He paid us dollars that went into a bank account. And
Yeah.
thanks, Chris. We
Thanks,
really
Chris.
appreciate that.
That's awesome.
And he's really supportive of the local comedy
Yeah.
scene too.
Yeah.
So if you're into that, check them out.
Oh, I
Yeah.
went for it. It was really fun. Yeah.
Who do you want to plug?
Yeah.
We got to plug Frank. The three of
Oh,
us
yeah,
have to
yeah.
collectively plug Frank.
Thanks, Frank.
Thanks, Frank.
And I already said thanks to Graham Tishy for being the spirit guide on my path towards shreddom. And we got to thank. I was going to say I love that. Why is Ian and the Aztec so much on the brain? I like that Ritz Carlton. Hey Ritz,
Carlton.
what's up, Ritz?
Love you, Rick.
Love you, Ritz.
We have a fantasy that he'll be like our shady backroom deal manager.
Yeah.
I like it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Who else do we want to?
I don't know. I guess Brent Gorton was I was taking 2 drumsticks and going like this with them, on a drum pad, and he was like, let's do a show. And I said, ha ha ha. And then he just threw a bunch of flyers down on the coffee table, and we had our first show.
Yay.
All those moons ago.
All those moons ago. So thanks,
Yeah.
Brent, for getting me going. I really appreciate that.
All the fun bandy friends we've been making. Someday we'll
Yeah.
have a show with Pencil Dive. We'll see what happens.
Fine, yeah, we
Pencil
can
Dive,
pencil
Gina,
dive.
Oh my
come
God.
on.
And we love those Front Biz boys.
We do love the Front Biz boys.
And Schenectady Boys. I
Yeah,
want to play with them
they're
again.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
There's so many. Everybody's so
Yeah.
fun.
That's why this area is so amazing. There's just so many talented folks. It's always been that way.
Yeah.
We're just happy to be a part of it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's homemade. We're all doing it ourselves. Passing around the same $5 bill.
Pass it this way. I like $5 bills too,
You and me.
I don't get paid shit to do this, damn it.
We'll throw you a fiver.
I'll just take tea in a conversation. How's that?
Great, great.
Even better. So the band is called BattleAXXX. You guys are absolutely awesome. Thank you for taking the time to stop in and chat with us. You can find them on Facebook at facebook.com/BattleAXXX. It's 3 X's at the end of that. Instagram, search BattleAXXX. It's Battle A.X. I'm sorry, Battle AX.X.X. Did I get that right? Yes.
Yeah.
And you can find their music on Bandcamp. It's BattleAXXX with 3 X's .bandcamp.com, and it's on all streaming platforms. You can find it there. Question for you about Bandcamp.
Yeah.
Do you guys ship that stuff, or does Bandcamp ship it?
I ship it.
Okay, so if I were to go on Bandcamp and purchase, say, your vinyl, is it still available?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sexy
Well,
Will
red
you guys sign it for me?
Oh,
Yes.
Perfect.
Drop it off.
Yeah.
I will do that right after we're done recording this, and
Oh, nice.
I will do that for sure. For booking, if you're interested in booking Battle Axe, you can message them through Facebook, Instagram, or what do we call it?
That's
Smoke
pretty good.
signals.
Yeah.
That's right.
Some tampon in the.
Burning
right.
tampons,
You-
smoke signals.
a tampon on fire under the full moon, and we will see it. Come to your party. Big
So you can-
sales, bar
Yeah.
mitzvahs.
You can see these guys live, guys. It's the 13th of January, Empire Live with Black Sabbath. That's going to be a killer show. After the show's over, go up and talk to the ladies, please.
Yes.
129, because I can't write 4s and 9s, obviously. It's the 24th before. It's the 29th of January at the Madison Theater. February 14th at Desperate Annie's. It is a super dark show. And the 17th of February, Detroit Speakeasy with the band Star Juice. Did I get them all?
Yeah.
Awesome. Again, guys, I appreciate you guys stopping by. Make sure you guys are going out and seeing these ladies. They are absolutely amazing. Go check them out. Go buy their stuff on Bandcamp. First Friday of the month, remember, is Bandcamp Friday. They get 100% of the stuff, so time it accordingly. But if you can't, just go buy it anyways and buy Tool.
Yeah.
Because I said so. We're gonna play you guys out with a live video that I found for High and Tight.
Ooh.
Voila.
I'm gonna play that one when we say goodbye. Unfortunately, we have to. But we'll do tea and conversation some other time. Okay, how's that sound?
Sounds great.
All right, guys. Make sure you guys are checking these guys out. Supporting Battle Axe. You guys are amazing. Thank you again so much, and we will see you guys soon for sure.
Thank you for having
Thank
us.
you.
Check out High and Tight, guys. Here we go.
Keep
I'm sorry, sweetie. Honey Badger doesn't give a shit.